Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Have you had this feeling that you've used a single kind of daily spread in your bullet journal and want to change to another style, but don't know which one is useful? Or you prefer a minimum daily spread, but can't find a good one? Or are you looking for a functional daily spread from bullet journaling style to use in HOBONICHI techo, HOBONICHI weeks, or HOBONICHI notebook? Today I'm talking about daily planning, and hopefully this can provide you some ideas to design your daily spread in your bullet journal or your HOBONICHI. Let's get started. First, I'm gonna tell you the daily bullet journal style planning in HOBONICHI techo. For using bullet journal method in HOBONICHI techo, I usually ignore the preset date. The first empty page, for example, like this. The first empty page of a month is for memories or monthly highlights. I would draw the places that I go, good meal with friends, gifts received, or fun events. Anything that I feel is worth to keep as my memory. Then I either use sticker to hide the preset date or draw something to cover it. I will use the rest of the page pretty much like bullet journal style. I use flag symbol to highlight the date. Inside the flag there is the date. On the left I write the month, and on the right it shows what day it is in a week. I basically use HOBONICHI techo as a bullet journal. The whole page would be dedicated for my to-dos. Then the next page, for example, something like this. If I have Bible reading notes, prayers, or diary, or a page like this, I use it like a traveler notebook to keep anything that I collected while traveling. The pages that have to-dos are not in sequence. For example, this page, the to-dos goes up until to the 9th, and the next empty page is actually the diary for the 8th, and the next empty page is continuing the to-dos starting from the 10th. So I always either start with the to-dos or with the diary or anything I would like to write on the next empty pages. So this is how I use bullet journal style in my HOBONICHI techo. The second way to have a daily bullet journal style planning in HOBONICHI weeks and Moleskine notebook. For using bullet journal method in HOBONICHI weeks, the left-hand side is my to-dos and the right-hand side is my learning notes. On the left, I divide it into 3 columns. So they are my morning, afternoon, and evening to-dos. Splitting into 3 sections makes it easier to see if I am on track or behind my schedule. Since I have a separate bullet journal for my work, if it's a work day, the schedule will be much simpler. So the 3 sections will become, for example, the first one will be routines, either routines, habits, or to-dos that don't require too much time, usually maybe less than 30 minutes. For example, email writing, signing the list, etc. The second column would be things that require attention or more time. For example, Bible reading, reading the paper, etc. The third column is more like a habit tracker like section that I want to do before going to bed. For example, reminding myself to go to bed before 12. If you are a person who likes to schedule your day down to a specific hour, I sometimes draw a timeline for the day. The use of it would be pretty much similar to what I use in my bullet journal. For example, here, the time is from 7 o'clock to 12 a.m. at midnight. I color code all sorts of events. For example, blue means work, green is church, purple is appointments, etc. Any fixed time slot, the things that I have to do at a certain time will be colored here. From this timeline, you will know how much time left for you to do or plan other things. This is a really great style which is inspired by Boho Berry. Enough on the to-dos from the left side. On the right, I write a summary of the stuff that I learn daily. No matter we are a student or not, it's always good to learn something new daily. Even if the amount of content that we could learn every day is small because of our other obligation, if we improve even 1% per day, the compound effect will be huge after a while. So I try to learn whatever topic that I'm interested in every day and summarize it here. The summarization process forced me to remember what I have learned in the end of the day. It also provides a good notes if you ever need to look back. Obviously, our energy is limited. There are always some days that we miss the learning or need some rest. So I would write it in large, capitalized letter to alarm myself not to have so many this kind of off days in a week. Lastly, I'm showing you 2 ways to have bullet journal style in HOBONICHI notebook that I'm currently using. The first way is pretty similar to what I have in HOBONICHI techo, using a dedicated page for daily to-dos and a separate page for other things that I would like to record. For example, I want to be aware of how I spend my time each day, so I have a timeline for each day to record what I'm doing at a certain time. So basically, this to-dos is the plan, how I hope I could spend my day, and this timeline records how the time actually goes. This makes me aware if I spend too much time unnecessarily on a single task, or I could review it later in the end of the month to see if I use my time well. The rest of the space of the timeline page, I would either write my diary or decorate it with some quotes or draw something, etc. There are tons of things that you could add here, for example, and if I don't have that many things to add, then usually it becomes to 2 days per page, then with some diary, quotes, notes that I want to write. The second way to have bullet journal style daily spread is like this. My daily page evolves to 1 day per page. On the day before, I will draw the date and the timeline first, then plan my day by adding some to-dos. As the day goes, I fill out how I actually spent my time in a day, and if there is any interesting thing, I will put it on the empty space. For example, here I saw a really cute reusable bag design, so I drew the bag here. I would also use stickers to decorate the pages and write Bible verses, my Bible reading notes, or diary here. So that's it. I've shown you 5 ways to have bullet journal style in different HOBONICHI notebooks. Hope you find them useful and want to try them out. They are all minimal bullet journal style and very easy to start. It does not require any complex drawing skill. Just pick up your favorite pen and let's plan our life and write down our best moments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.